Hey guys, so what I wanted to talk today is about case prep. It's something that I've been wanting to try, and I thought I'd just do a quick video on it. I don't know how it's going to turn out or anything, so I thought, what the heck, let's just kind of do it together. So I've got a friend of mine that's been really after me about wet tumbling, using these stainless steel pins and running a wet media process on the cases. Today, here's an example of a 6mm Creedmoor that I shoot. I'm pretty pleased with the results. I haven't really felt like I needed to do anything different. Usually when I get back from shooting these, I just drop them in the dry media, the walnut media, and I'll let these run overnight. Next day I'll come out and I'll run them through the separator and get all the media separated from these. After I do that, then I'll punch the primer out. And then after punching the primer out of these, I'll go and run this tool here to clean out the primer pockets so they stay real clean. And then what I'll do is I'll take them from that process into ultrasonic cleaner, and I'll run them in the ultrasonic cleaner for about 20 minutes. And then from there I'll do all my case prep. So all my case work will happen, and after everything's done with the case work, I'll drop these into corncob media with some with a little polish, and then I'll run these in the corncob media overnight, and that's pretty much the process that I use. I've used the ultrasonic cleaner because I was told that, to clean the inside of the cases out. What I've done, which I've never done before, I actually took my Borecam and put it down into this shell here and took a look at it. I also took a look at a brand new one, or when I say a brand new one, it's a fired shell here that hasn't been cleaned or anything done to, and I put a Borecam in that. Right now I'll show you those two Borecams side by side so you can see what they look like on the inside. So I haven't really wanted to, invest the money in a wet tumbling process because, generally I'm happy with what I'm getting as a result on these cases. But he's really been kind of pushing me towards giving it a try. One of the things in particular is with the primer pocket hole here. My understanding with the wet tumbling, it'll actually clean the primer pocket hole. And then you saw the Borecam footage that I put up on this. I didn't realize, but down in the case, it looks dirty down there. I don't know if it'll get better or not. I don't even know if it matters to the bullet or whether or not it's cleaner or not. I suppose the volumes should be more consistent if it's consistently clean on the inside. So I wanted to give it a try, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I ran to the store and I bought some of this here. This is Frankford Arsenal stainless steel tumbling media. There's only 2 pounds in this little box. I think it was $24. And I got this at Cabela's. And in it is just the stainless steel media pins. Already in my ultrasonic cleaning process, I use the Dawn dishwashing detergent here. And then I also use the Lemon Shine in my ultrasonic cleaner. So these are two items that I already use today in my ultrasonic cleaner, and based on what I heard online, this is what you'll use in the wet media tumbling process, which basically left me with needing only one other thing, which is the tumbler. And again, didn't want to spend a lot of money, so looking online, I decided, well, maybe I've got one of these. In fact, it's my daughter's. She uses it for doing rocks, polishing rocks that she likes to make into jewelry and stuff. And it's currently not being used, so I thought, well, what the heck, maybe I'll give it a try. So I think the idea here is to put some of these stainless steel media pins in here, put some of this brass in there that hasn't been cleaned yet, and run it for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and just kind of see what the results are and how they compare to the other process that I use today. So I kind of want to get that started. So I'll just kind of walk you guys through what I'm thinking we're going to do here. My understanding is we need to get these primers all out of here first. So before I do anything, I'll go ahead and remove all the primers from these 100 that we have here. I don't know how many will fit in here. I'm guessing 30, 25, 30, something like that. We'll just start with the small batches, and if I really like the process, maybe we'll go buy an actual Frankford Arsenal wet media tumbler or something similar. So I'm going to go ahead and get these deprimed. You guys don't need to see that. It's standard depriming process. So I'll get these deprimed, and then we'll get everything set up, and we'll do it before and after and compare it to what we're getting today. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're back here. I have deprimed all these cases. You can see here how dirty that is in there. And like I said, normally what I would do is run that tool, which is actually my primer pocket uniformer tool, and I usually use that to clean out the pocket. I'm hoping this is going to save me that step. So my understanding is all we got to do is fill this up about 3/4 away. With any luck, 50 of these will fit in one of these, and I can do a full batch of 100 between 2 of these containers that I have. So let me just get this filled up. Okay, so it looks like I got 50 in each of these, and it's about 2/3 of the way, close to 1/4 of the way up. My understanding is I need to split this probably about 50-50 here in each of these bags. So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and take these pins out and do like half in one and half in another. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, right there. I'll do the other half in here. Ooh. All right, I got about 50-50 going here. Maybe a pound in each. Okay. So far that looks pretty good. Let's see. Oh, we need water. Let me go get some water. All right, guys, got some water here. My understanding is we just need to pour this in until it covers these. Okay. That looks about right. Well, looks about right. Maybe a little more. I don't know. What do you think? Like I said, I've never done this, so we're going to do this at the same time. Okay, and then I read just a couple drops of Dawn dishwashing soap. So there's just a couple drops there. And then just a little pinch of Lemon-Shine. And I've learned from the ultrasonic cleaner, you really don't want to put much of this in with anything. It's just a little booster. I think that's it, guys. So I'm going to close these up, and then we'll run it in the old rock tumbler for, tell you what, we're just going to give it 2 hours. I don't know. I've heard everything from an hour and a half to 2 hours. We can always do less. Okay, I think that's it, guys, and we'll just take these and drop them on here, and we'll run these for a couple hours and just kind of see where we end up. So I'll go run this now, and we'll come back in a couple hours and kind of see where we're at and what they look like. Be back. Guys, here it is running. Not loud at all. Definitely quieter than running a vibratory tumbler. Okay, guys, we are back. It's been about 2 hours since we started doing these. Let's pop this open and take a look and see what it looks like in here. Okay, so I think what we'll do here is I got this, my Dillon separator here on the floor, and I put some water kind of down at the bottom of that. I filled up the thing about halfway. You can see it down there. I'm just going to pour these in and then see what we see. Okay, let's close this up. Alright, I think what I'll do is just spin it around like I did. You can see all those little wheels there. Alright, let's take a look. So first one I pulled out. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So let me get it dried off and cleaned up, and we'll take a look at them. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here, guys? I think is we're going to take all of those and we're going to stick them in my, you can see right there, I've got a Frankford Arsenal dryer. So let me get all those out onto those trays and let's dry them in there, and then we'll get a good look at these. So I'll go get these all in the tray. All right, so I took them out. I took 2 trays here. That's 100 rounds. It's about what I usually do. We'll go ahead and just put the top on here. Plug the old dryer in, and set it to 120. And we'll leave that for a couple hours. Come back and get a good look at them. I'll also take some more bore pictures and see how we did on the inside. I'm really curious about the pins, if they're inside the body and kind of stuck in there via surface tension from the water. So that's one of the things that really I've been worried about with these pins, and why I hadn't gone to the wet process. One, the cost, and then figuring out I didn't like it, then I'd be upset. But my biggest thing was where these pins get stuck inside the case. So we'll try it out. We'll take a look at them and see. I'll do some more Borecam video of it, and we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I got all this dirty water over here with steel pins down in the bottom, so we'll get all those out and get them ready for whenever we use them next time. So once these are dry, we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Okay, guys, we are back here after doing our wet tumbling process. I took each of these out of the dryer, and I just kind of tapped them, see if any of those little steel pins would come out of there. If you'll remember, I was concerned that maybe, some steel pins would get in here while it was cleaning, and then I'd have a hard time getting out because of water tension or something inside the deal. Maybe I missed one down the road and loaded up around and shot that through my barrel. What I can tell you is I did 100 of these, and not a single steel pin inside of any of these here. So that's pretty impressive. Now, as far as the quality of the cleaning, let's just take a quick look at that. On the left is my ones that using my standard process, and on the right here is the wet tumbling process that I just did. And you can see that the primer pocket is cleaner on the left hand side. Now, with that said, I would not get that result if I had not used my primer pocket uniform tool to clean that out. That's what I do today. This primer pocket here on the right hand side, I've done nothing to. It's just decapped and run through the deal. Also, and I don't think this will show up, the one on the top here, or actually on the left, let's call it, is shinier than the one on the right. If it is, it's just barely, but I can definitely see that the surface finish is a little bit better on the left. So what's important here, guys? First of all, the process that I use today takes an extremely long time. I need at least 8 hours every time I go to tumble it, and I tumble these 2 times. Not to mention, I run it through the sonic cleaner, and I outgas the water mixture in the sonic cleaner, which adds another 20 minutes. So you're looking at a solid hour of work on the sonic cleaner, plus drying and everything else. It is a long time to get to this finish. This, I feel like I got very good results on this. Definitely fine for reloading, even precision ammo. It might not be as good, but this was only 1 pass in the wet tumbler, and that's all I did. That's 2 hours in the wet tumbler versus, I don't know, there might be 20 hours of work in this one here on the left. I don't know. I've never actually timed it. But this one here was 2 hours in the wet tumbler and then just dried in the dryer. Don't forget that this will also go into my standard case processes. See the neck's real nice here. All these necks are turned. I'm going to give you guys a view inside of this so you can see what that looks like on the inside with the Borecam. But there's no other process that I know of that I could do to get this result in such a short amount of time. And like I said, this will go through all my other case processes that I have not done yet, and then this will get wet tumbled one more time at the end. So I do expect the primer pocket to actually clean up even a little bit more, but you know what, this is probably satisfactory here. So do I like the process? I think the answer is a resounding yes. It was super simple. I don't have to have all this corn cob and walnut and polish and all those other things. I can always throw this into corn cob media as a final deal if I want to do that. But I think I'm gonna give this a try moving forward. If I buy a proper tumbler, I'll do a review on that. I'm looking at possibly the Frankford Arsenal light tumbler. They got their other bigger tumbler. I think it's in the $200 price range. That might be something that I want to do. I think it's lined with rubber, and the light version is not lined with rubber. The other one also comes with the media, and the media is pretty expensive. They already have 2 pounds of media today, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick review on it for those of you that haven't tried it. And like I said, I've never done it. This was the very first time I'd ever done this. You guys saw the process unfold, and I'm happy with the result. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, leave comments down below, and I'll be sure to check those out and get back to you guys. Have a good day.